Okay, folks, today what we're going to do is, as I promised, we're going to put together some of these back movements. Supersets, combos, whatever you want to call them. Down the road we're going to get to some three ways. Right now I'm going to show you just some two ways. There's going to be arguments for either A or B. I, as I've mentioned before, like to do the single joint movement first, i.e. a shrug, then we go into a double joint movement. Pull over into a pull down. You'll see it unfold. Some people are going to say no, the double joint movement first, the single joint movement on the rear end. I don't like doing that. Again, I like going to failure with my single joint and then move into the double so you can completely fatigue the muscle. On that second half, you're involving all the other muscles to get that little bit extra out of that area that's already been fatigued. That's my thought. You can go the other way with these if you want. No big deal. I've shown you a bunch of different exercises. Now we're going to put them together. I'm not going to use any weights. I can't move from my workout yesterday. I'm sore, but I'm going to show you what to do. I'm going to show you some good form. Shrug. This is one that you can try. Dumbbells, obviously you could use. I'm going to show you with a bar. I've got my rack. Here is my shrug. Right? Shrug. Right there. Elbows locked in place. Up, down, up, down. Again, you're seeing my hands are over under. Some would say to shrug like this. Yes, you're more balanced, but you will not be able to pick up the weight that you might need to get the feel. It's going to roll out of your hands. If you plan on doing any deadlifts in life, you're going to have to get used to an over-under. You can, of course, alternate over-unders. I would recommend doing that, but I'd recommend over-under. Here we go. Up, down, going to failure within that 45 to 60 second range. Immediately come out of this shrug, and now what we're looking for is, we're looking for that double joint movement that's going to involve trap, but that is also going to be able to utilize other big muscles to get that movement going, i.e. an upright row or a clean. Easiest way for me is with the band. Yes, this band is puny. It's nowhere near the tension that I need. However, I'm just demoing this. Got it there, okay? Just simply step on the band. You're not going like this with the band. All you're doing is putting it on the ground, finding out where you need to be. Wider, it's going to be tougher. In narrower, it's going to be easier. You'll have to find your way. Here's your upright row. Just keep it right there. There is your upright row. Okay, now you're getting a lot of shoulder in there, you're getting a lot of forearm, and you're using those traps that are already pre-exhausted from that shrug. Bury your ego. If you're used to using a heavy weight in your upright rows by themselves, you're not going to, because you're pre-exhausted. Okay, already. Or another good double joint movement to marry up with the shrug I find is a clean. It's a little more complicated. The upright row is probably going to be better. Here's a clean. Bar, a little bit of weight. I don't have any weight on here. It's a dynamic movement. Up, okay? Clean. Lots of forearm, lots of shoulder. Again, lots of trap. Two options. Of course, for your upright rows, you could use a bar. If you're at a gym, you can use a cable. You can use dumbbells. I'm just showing you with the band, okay? Think about this from a concept standpoint. Single joint movement to double joint movement. Shrug into, I like an upright row or clean. There's our first superset. We're going to go to a rear delt movement into an overgrip row. Yes, rear delt, I'm saying delts, this is back. However, we get into that rear delt movement, okay? And you're going to get a lot of mid-back, mid-trap, and rhomboid in there, okay? And this one is simple, 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 because all you're doing is taking a dumbbell and going like this, and then basically we're going into a high elbow row, overgrip. Believe it or not, you can almost use the same dumbbells going from here to failure, and then your double joint. There is a good combo right there. If you choose we can go on the chains. Hopefully you've got yourself some chains. Or what we could do is we could do that rear delt like I showed you last time. Rear delt. Rear delt. Right into some form of overgrip row. A T-bar row. Some dumbbells. Bottom line is overgrip, elbows high. Watch this one. This is tough. This is one of these ones where you're going to have to find out where you need to be. Look. Chains. Love it. Rear delt. Look, my body's not moving. Okay? My hips aren't sagging. I'm throwing my arms out. There's that rear deltoid movement. Tougher? You walk under. Now it gets tougher. If you're a beginner, start here. Who cares? Up and around. Go to failure, and now look, you're already right there. There is your overgrip row. Okay, over, elbows high. Get those rhomboids and mid-traps going. Here's another one now. So there's two, right? There's rear delt into overgrip row with some other suggestions. Now, here is a pullover. Most of you probably have done pullovers on the ground or on a bench, bringing the dumbbell over. I'm going to show you now. Here, straight arm pull down like we talked about. Straight arm pull down, elbows locked in place, body not moving, single joint movement. Go to failure. As soon as you do that, find the bands you're going to need. Immediate transition into our pull down. Immediate transition to pull down. If you don't want to go that way, again, think of the concept. Get that straight arm pull down or a pullover laying down, that's fine. Transition it right into some form of pull down or pull like this, a neutral grip row. There's 3 combos for you. Try these out, see what you come up with, think of this as a concept. You pick your apparatus. I don't know what you've got at your house. If you've got a setup like mine, the sky's the limit. You got bands, you got chains, you got dumbbells, you got a bar, you got a bit of machinery, you got everything. Work with what you have. Any questions, get a hold of me. Hopefully this helps. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.